coffee's pouring strong. Talking Tigers all morning long. Saints exceed headlines on the screen. Breaking it down with a little caffeine. Grab your mug, come on in. Let's wake this day and let it begin. It's morning scone. Everybody on. Coffee's hot and the news is strong. Purple, gold, black and gold. Stories waiting to be told from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. Talking sports and everything between. Wake up, smile, let's get it on. Start your day with morning scone. It's morning scone. Everybody on. Coffee's hot and the news is strong. Purple, gold, black and gold. Stories waiting to be told from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. Talking sports and everything between. Wake up, smile, let's get it on. Start your day with morning scone. Where the coffee's hot, the takes are hotter.
Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Parish Construction and Roofing need an orthopedist. Go to Brock, need a roof. Call Parish. Unique physique, unique aesthetics and wellness. Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Bahucock Brothers Premium Cigars. Code MAT15, 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 15% off your order. And, of course, FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. So it looks like Ole Miss might be suing two LSU players, Prince William Monmielen and Devin Harper. They left Ole Miss, and now Ole Miss wants to recoup their buyout money. It's just shy of $1 million, according to On3. And so Ole Miss is going to sue. By the way, I have no problem whatsoever with Ole Miss collecting their buyout money. No problem whatsoever. That's why we have contracts. Hold people to contracts. Student athletes, you want to be an adult? You want to make money? Okay, well, guess what? You have a contract. If you break the contract, there are consequences. Pay a buyout. Like those of us in the workforce, we sign contracts, and sometimes we have non-competes and other things in those contracts. So if you choose to leave, you know what I mean? It's contracts. That's why you have contracts. What I don't like is Ole Miss Athletic Director Keith Carter giving an on-the-record interview to the Jackson Claring Ledger saying they're going to use legal action to go after these players to recoup their money. Because he hasn't said it about any other player that's left Ole Miss, and he's not talking about players that Ole Miss has poached from other places. And when there are blatant and public receipts for Ole Miss and Pete Golding's tampering with Luke Ferrelli, the linebacker from Clemson. So, pot calling the kettle black and all that stuff, but Ole Miss, small runts, their lot in life. And then you saw the Damon Williams situation yesterday where Jed Fish, who's the Washington coach, went on Urban Meyer's podcast and explained the Damon Williams situation. So remember, Damon Williams, the Washington quarterback, so it was when Sam Leavitt was visiting LSU. Damon Williams announced he was going in the portal, and the assumption was he was going to LSU. Well, 24 hours later, he announced, 36 hours later, he announced he's staying at Washington. Well, we know what happened. The Big Ten has a really good enforceable buyout clause. It was going to cost $4 million to buy Damon Williams out of his contract, but this was Jed Fish.
His contract to be a part of our program for another, year, and everything was great. And then we all came back for our first team meeting. And then when the team meeting ended, he called me and he said, "Coach, I think I need to go. I need to go in the portal." And I was like, "What are you talking about, man?" What happened was a program told him they'll pay him an extra $2 million if he goes in the portal. And the kid's 19 years old. We were paying him a lot, but you add another $2 million onto anything.
Wow.
He was like forced to put something out there. And then we spent about 24 to 36 hours going back and forth and talking about this is the right place for you. And, you have a contract and contracts mean something. And in the end, he came back 2 days later. We didn't change anything. We didn't give him any more money or anything like that. But what we did do is we talked to him about what a great opportunity it is to be a 3-year player in the same program. And we got a chance to do something super special.
And that made him forget about $2 million. In 24 hours, he went from leaving because it's $2 million on top of what he was getting. And he went from that to just forgetting about $2 million in 24 hours. Forgot about that forgot about $2 million because of the importance of being a 3-year player in one program. Do people act like? Sometimes I wonder, do the coaches actually believe the BS they're spewing? Like, we know what happened, man. You had a really good buyout. It was going to cost $4 million to buy out Damon Williams. So he's getting $4 million at Washington. LSU offered him $2 million on top of that, so he's going to get $6 million. But the $4 million buyout meant LSU would have to pay the $4 million to Damon, the $2 million on top of it, which is $6 million, and then the $4 million to buy him out at Washington, which is $10 million. They weren't spending $10 million on a quarterback. So Damon Williams went back to Washington. That's what happened. You're going to try to convince me that a 19-year-old just passed on an additional $2 million because you convinced him the merits of being at a place for 3 years and doing something special. Kelly Gross, good morning. Thomas, good morning. Hey, Dexton, good morning. Weather is awful this morning. Y'all got issues with your roofs with all this rain. Remember, Parish Construction Roofing. I'll be over at the office today. We have our Tuesday marketing meeting, and we're counting down. A week from Friday is the last day to enter for our giveaway. We're giving away 2 fortified roofs, one in Greater Baton Rouge, one in Greater New Orleans, registered at parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Hey, Michael, good morning. Saga Poppy, good morning. Jesse Brown, Devin, good morning. Man, sorry to hear that. I guess it's probably heading this way then, right? Well, y'all be safe out there in the weather today, man. Hey, Josh, Ole Miss is so petty. Hope they smashed in the season. Oh, and good morning, Matt. I talked about the Keith Carter's comments on today's Locked on LSU. If you want to check it out, I talked about it yesterday on AFR also. But I think Keith Carter, the Ole Miss athletic director, I think he appears to me to be a genuinely good man. I think he is a weak leader who got he got punked in the whole Kiffin thing. He was proven to be naive. He believed all along that Lane would stay. And it was very clear all along that Lane was not staying. And now with Lane gone, he's trying to like pump out his chest and play to his base and save face, but trying to act tough. When forced with a tough decision, he wilted. Just not a very good leader. Hey, Michael, good morning. Any updates on Will Wade's basketball roster? As always, thanks for the great content. Yeah, thanks, Michael. Appreciate it, man. The only update we have is that Yam Madar, was one of the more controversial members of the commitment class, who's 25 years old, the point guard out of Israel. Yam Madar has signed a new deal with his team in Tel Aviv, so he is staying overseas. So I guess LSU may be still in search for that dynamic point guard. Hey, Jalen, good morning. Rocky, good morning. Adam, enjoyed the conversation with Jay Johnson. Have an awesome day. Take care. Yep, had Jay on AFR yesterday. Great convo as always. He did confirm a few things. They so there are 39 players in the fall, but they're within the roster limit of 34 because of the DSA tag, which is sort of what I assume. Now, I'm curious because when I crunched my numbers, I was at 40 players. So there's one more that won't be back that we don't know of yet based on what Jay said yesterday. So if it's one of the signees that maybe won't make it to campus or one of the players from the roster this year that won't return, something like that. Hey, Bubba, good morning. Brad, did you see the Seahawks sold for $9.6 billion? That's amazing. An NFL team is worth that much now. I did see that. And what a time to sell, too. Just months after winning the Super Bowl. You talk about selling high, that'll do it. Hey, Connor, good morning. Can you fund the basketball arena and get it going? Thanks from all of us. I can't fund it. However, I did have, so before I went on vacation, I started kicking anthills and shaking trees about that thing because I want to see that project get done. Not just for LSU basketball and gymnastics and sports, but for Baton Rouge and for our state and for the economy and for jobs in the region and many different things. And excuse me, when I started getting kind of loud about it a couple of weeks ago, I did have a phone call and was told some very encouraging news that it's moving along. And one of the things that was pretty apparent was Scott Woodward and Bill Tate, the former LSU president. That was like they were the ones pushing for that. Well, they're both gone now. So that, and then some of the other stuff that if you read the headlines, kind of slowed it. But it's my understanding that it is now moving and should be for a vote soon, and they do expect a positive result. So maybe here in the next 60 days, which I know everybody's tired of hearing that. But I think the arena project is amazing because if you look at it not just like they're building a new basketball arena. Look at it as a new show place that can help develop and redefine not only campus, but the riverfront. When you think about it, I heard Julio Malera on a podcast. It was the Alligator Shoes podcast. I've referenced that several times. It's a great show with a lot of really influential people, community leaders, business owners, all that sort of stuff. It's fascinating conversations. And Julio made a point. If you don't know Julio Malera is the owner of Business Report and 225 Magazine. And he made a point that, like, think about any American city that's on a river and how they develop their riverfront. And I started thinking about it, I'm like, that's so true. Like, you have pedestrian walkways or running paths or shopping and restaurants. Like, you develop the riverfront. Like, you use the river. It's a natural showpiece that you have, a natural attraction that you have. And so you develop along this natural, beautiful thing. And Baton Rouge hasn't done that. We have an old warship and some casinos. Like, that's it. We've never developed the riverfront in Baton Rouge. And so when you think about where that arena is going to be placed, now look, I'm looking forward to seeing the riverfront downtown developed, and I think that will happen. But the arena will be on the old golf course across from where the box is. But it's not just the arena. They're going to build an entire medical plaza and then a shopping district and restaurants and housing and like redefine that whole area. And then it attracts concerts to Baton Rouge and other events at a world-class arena and venue like that. It'll bring people to that area. I think that's incredible. So, I mean, it's one of the reasons years ago our Lake did the deal with Traction is because they want to have a sports performance facility therein as well. So the longer we drag our feet with that, it's delaying progress for our city as a whole and the state. So I'm very bullish on getting the arena project pushed through. Hey, Brett, good morning. Great interview with Jay. Can't wait for baseball next season. Thank you. Brad, been slammed at Paris with the rain every day. Yes. It's a weird catch-22, Brad. Like when it rains, like it's great because our phones ring, but it stinks because people have roof damage. But it's why you feel like you're providing a good service if you can provide like good quality work for people. It's something that's needed. It rains a lot here. We have bad weather, like people. And so we're happy to be a reputable licensed roofing contractor that treats people right and shows up on time and et cetera. So yes. Hey, go Tigers. Ole Miss is money for lawyers, but not enough for its players. Hey, Ron, good morning. Hope you have a great day. Brian, Matt, couldn't agree with you anymore about Keith Carter. What a shame. Hey, Jacob, good morning. Michael, good morning. Mike, good morning. Go Tigers. Tell my termite people about the contracts. What do you mean? Tell your termite people about the contract. Educator Matt, love the intro. The only thing that's missing is your horse and cowboy hat. It's funny, too, because some people have pointed out, like, I do not like country music. And when I told Suno AI to make that intro, well, I went to ChatGPT and said, hey, because I do the descriptions for the episodes every day in ChatGPT. And so it knows the show. And so I said, hey, write me lyrics for a theme song for Morning Scone. So it spit out the lyrics. I copied the lyrics, went into Suno and said, make me a theme song using these lyrics and make it in a 90s sitcom style. Well, that's what popped out. That's not 90s sitcom. That's like, but it kind of reminds me of like Coming to Your City, the College Game Day theme. Dexton, how do the contracts work when some of the players could be 17 when signed? So are you saying that at 17 you can't like legally sign a contract because you would need a guardian? I mean, that's probably all you would need a guardian. Yeah, so their parent or somebody would co-sign. Hey Jack, good morning. Rex, good morning. Hey Dale, after spending the last week in California, this heat and humidity is brutal. I bet so. How'd you shoot at Pebble, Dale? Dale said he was playing Pebble Beach last week. Ole Miss are hypocrites, enough said. There is some hypocrisy there. Hey, Phil, good morning. Steven, good morning. Drew must have been on fire last night during lockdown. So clearly Steven watched. If you listen, you probably don't notice as much. But when I'm doing Locked On, if Drew's in the house, like I'll close the door, and I can hear him when he gets excited and he runs in here. I can hear him coming. So I'll pause the recording and I'll freeze. So, like if I'm talking like this, I'll freeze and I'll pause the recording and Drew will walk in and I'll be like, all right, buddy, get out of here, go watch your iPad. And then I'll resume and I'll pick up like that. But there's always a jump cut when it does that. Now, if you're listening, you probably wouldn't notice that I paused it. But if you're watching, you would notice the jump cut. So, but yes, there was probably 4 or 5 times yesterday while I was trying to record the episode that he kept running in here. Normally I do it like after he's gone to bed, so I don't have to worry about that. But yesterday was a day where Olivia, my niece, was coming over to look for frogs. We have a bunch of green tree frogs in our backyard. She loves to find them, and I bring a spotlight and help her find them. And then my sister and her kiddos, my niece Laurel, my nephew Aiden, came over to swim. And so I was trying to finish the episode so I can go spend some time with them yesterday evening. So Drew was awake, and that's what delayed the episode. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Does E-Rock share her cookie recipe? Yeah, I don't even think it's her. I think she found it online, Deborah, honestly. But yeah, she'll share it for sure. Hey, Bobby, good morning. Tony, good morning. Lynn Morero. Hey, Robbie, good morning. Thoughts on Cam Johnson being drafted by Chicago White Sox? Do you think he'll be successful in the big leagues? Is he going to sign? Where did he get picked? He went 15th round. So he may not sign. Like, he may go play another year in school. I don't know. I've lost track of him. I know he entered the portal after this year at Oklahoma, but we'll see what he does. But first of all, it's a case in point of why when you get offered $3 million out of high school, you take it. But then again, he's a national champion. His time at Oklahoma. I think the Cam Johnson stuff is undeniable. The book on Cam was that he just kind of struggled with the pressure. Fall ball with 15 people in the stands, he was fine. Fridays in the SEC with 10,000 people in the stands, not so much. I think that's something that you can work out in the minor leagues. And I think he will, because the stuff is plenty good enough to be a big leaguer. And I mean, he's big lefty with great stuff. He's just got to command it and poise himself. And I think when a professional organization sinks those resources into him to be that and realize his potential, that he'll get there. Hey, Dale, good morning. Do you still have regular board meetings with GMEX? Don't hear much about it like we used to. So the regular board meetings, Dale, no, we talk. David, several, we talk on the phone. As you might imagine, some people have fallen by the way. But the part of the reason that it's been quiet is what we've discussed during the SEC proceedings, I mean, we were all under gag orders. So literally we couldn't say anything. But honestly, Dale, I'm very excited. David and I had about an hour and a half conversation a week ago. And there's two significant developments coming that I'm excited to share when they happen. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but it's exactly the kind of thing that we've been waiting to happen. So, fingers crossed. Hey, Dad, good morning. Craig, good morning. Boot up. Renee Lee, so should Clemson sue Ole Miss? I'd love to see that. I would love to see that too. Robbie, did you hear Kyle Turley's son committed to LSU New Orleans Privateers to play basketball? I did hear that. It was pretty cool. I think I saw it on Twitter, actually, Robbie. It's pretty cool to see another Turley in New Orleans. Alan, good morning, Matt. I bet old Stephen Willis is going to be all over that story. David, good morning. Michael, what came out about the Verge meeting with all the donors? So, Michael, not a Verge meeting with all the donors. And the meeting is not until August the 3rd. There's two meetings, August 3rd, August 5th. And so it has not happened yet. And it's not Verge. It's LSU's system president, Dr. Wade Roos, and the governor that are hosting the meeting at the governor's mansion. I'm sure Verge will be there, but it's not his meeting. Hey, Bren, good morning. DJ, good morning. Jason, good morning. Brett, Richard, Dexton. Same thing happened with Kobe, I'm pretty sure, where he signed at 17, voided his rookie deal, signed an extension, which is why the NBA enacted you have to be 1 year removed from high school. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't remember that part of it. Kobe was a draft day trade. He was drafted by Charlotte and then traded to the Lakers on draft day. But the NBA changed the high school rule, not because of contractual issues like that. It was about minimizing risk. So, like, think Kwame Brown, right? Think about the number of players that went high school to the pros that were busts. And if you spend 1 year in college, you step up a level in competition from dominating high school players to now go spend 1 year in college and let's see how good are you. And there's tons of examples of those. Like, I remember the year Ska Labuschagne was coming out. He probably would have been the number. It was the Ben Simmons year. They would have been 1-2, 2-1, whatever coming out of high school. They both spent a year in college. Now, Ben Simmons was still the first pick of the draft, and Ska went to Kentucky and had a good year, but I can't remember where he was picked. But anyway, all that to say, like, the reason that that NBA teams or the NBA enacted the one and done rule where you had to go to school for a year, you couldn't go to high school anymore, was minimizing risk. Same reason why the NFL wants you to spend 3 years out of high school. They don't want to draft an 18-year-old. They want you to go play 3 years of college, develop, grow, see who's actually really good.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
Okay, Parish Construction and Roofing. Hey, remember, Brock Rock and Wine coming up Saturday, August 1st inside of South Stadium Club at Tiger Stadium. Get your tickets at brortho.com, brortho.com. Parish Construction Roofing. Let me post the link in here again. If you've not yet registered, remember parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Go to the homepage. You'll see 2 roof giveaway shield logos, one Baton Rouge, one New Orleans. It's easy. Just click on whichever one if you live Greater Baton Rouge, Greater New Orleans. Remember, that's not Baton Rouge, New Orleans proper. It's Greater Baton Rouge, Greater New Orleans. So the surrounding parish area. All you have to do is fill out the form, and you're entered to win a free fortified roof from Parish. We'll announce the winner. Or the deadline to enter is next Friday, the Friday we get back from SEC Media Days. Unique Physique, unique aesthetics and wellness, lowest prices, never any contracts, uniquephysique.com. The Restored Motions, I'm going to see Crystal on Thursday. Booked that, excited about it. Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Boat, Koch Brothers Premium Cigars. Code MAT15, MAT15, MAT15. 15% off your order. And FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake Championship Health Partner of LSU Athletics. Talking about the arena, of course, Our Lady of the Lake has already agreed to the naming rights of the arena. And in conjunction with the naming rights of the arena, they plan to build a full medical plaza, sports performance area. It'll be transformative for the city, for the region. So very, very much looking forward to that. So big shout out to our friends over at FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake Championship Health Partner of LSU Athletics. Hey, Dexton, good morning. Jalen, good morning, Team Drew. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. LSU baseball crushed it. How do they compare to other powerhouses? You mean in the draft? So I saw an On3 article. It said, was looking at winners and losers from the draft. Looked like Tennessee did pretty well throughout the draft process also, which is whatever. I'm far less concerned about, and I understand the question. I don't have the, like, I don't know every, look, I have to do a lot of work to dig into LSU's high school signing class, right? Looking at other teams' high school baseball signing classes is just, it's a heavy lift. So maybe it'd be a good opportunity to get someone like Kendall back on the show to do a draft recap to see like who maybe I'll do that today. I'll do that today. I'll make a note. Do that today. Jim, morning, Matt. My sister-in-law lives in Marrero, and yes, just wanted to hear it again. Marrero. Craig, seriously, counting down the days in anticipation of this glorious sports season, the dawn of a new era with Lane and the Generals' return. Getting goosebumps thinking about it. Hey, I'll tell you this much, Craig. I just hope it's a lot more fun than this athletic year was, because with football going 7-6 after all the anticipation, basketball winning 2 league games, and firing McMahon, and baseball missing postseason altogether, this sucked a lot. Kmart, Gamecoin, is it puke? Always BS excuses. How long have we been hearing about this Gamecoin BS? Well, then don't listen. And it's not really BS excuse. You can actually go look at the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission. They literally had an investigation into the developer, the original developer of the platform, who built a backdoor into the smart contract and was stole $800,000 from the from the wallet holders. So you can say it's BS, but it's not. Like there's actually, you know what? I'll go share with you. I'll go share with you the I'll share with you here you go. From the Security and Exchange Commission's website, charges against blockchain engineer perpetuating a fraud. Here you go. If you're interested, so you can say it's a BS excuse. Here you go. From the Security and Exchange, sec.gov. Just posted the link there. If you're interested, go ahead and actually educate yourself. So, or you can just, be ignorant, whatever you want in life. Kevin, wait, Matt, I thought student athletes weren't employees. If they aren't employees, how can they have binding contracts? The fact is they do have contracts. They're employees. Just because a contract doesn't mean you're an employee. And actually, the contract is for, you could say that your scholarship is a contract. Because you do sign, when they sign a national letter of intent and you sign your scholarship paperwork, that's a contract too. So no, they're actually not employees because you're not paid to perform a service. Even the contract that the athletic department has with the student athlete is not pay for play. What that contract does is gives the schools the right to use those athletes' name, image, and likeness in their marketing. So even the revenue share contracts are not pay for play. It's still an NIL deal. Nice try, but you're wrong. Brian, good morning. From the desert in Nevada. Ole Miss Cowards. Yes. Leslie, good morning. Any Otter Locks coming today? Nothing since July 9th. So Otter Locks are only Monday to Friday. And Jimmy doesn't come on AFR on Fridays. So we do typically, let me rephrase. It's like it's Monday to Thursday. And then Jimmy yesterday didn't have any picks because it was it's MLB, so there's no MLB games and no World Cup games. So at the end of the show yesterday, Musso, Paulie, and I gave our own Otter Locks. Hey, Brian, I've been wanting to ask you, I know it's Family Morning Show. Do you know where they started that chant? Yep. We're going to keep it family friendly. Robbie, do you think this year is Kamara's last as a Saint? I'm still not convinced Alvin Kamara is going to play this season as a Saint, to be perfectly honest with you. Trivia, what up? Good morning. Let's see. Go, baby. Titan Hudson hasn't committed because his mom doesn't want him to take any offer right now. He received an offer from Detroit. Oh, from Detroit. Okay. He's committed to LSU, by the way. Tyler, good morning. Awesome episode last night. No way we can lose to those clowns in week 3. It'll be very frustrating. He's talking about Locked on LSU, so thank you very much. Please check out Locked on LSU. I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay, last one. Ryan, how do you feel pitching will be different this year as opposed to last year? Ryan, I can't say definitively that I believe it will be. I hope it will be. But Jay has said, he said on AFR yesterday, and he's said prior, that the improvement they'll make year to year is going to be the guys on the roster improving. So you are going to need Kason Evans and William Schmidt and Cooper Williams and Cooper Moore and Reagan Ricken all to pitch better. And now you've got some talented arms coming in. Maybe Landon Hood from Gonzaga becomes a weekend guy, or maybe he's a big-time bullpen arm. You've got some very talented freshmen showing up. Lucas Naraki's 95 from the left side. We've told you about Colby Stringer out of Mississippi. So I'm hopeful. But it is a risk. I mean, they're basically banking this season on Nate Yeskie getting those pitchers on the staff currently to improve. And I sure hope he can, because they will absolutely hit and defend. Can they pitch it at a championship level? We'll find out. All right, I got to get out of here. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. All of our sponsors are linked in the description on YouTube. We have them linked on podcast as well. Locked on LSU is live. Please check it out, YouTube or podcast, AFR 3. We'll see you. Have a great day.